Having a sister is realizing that there has always been one person who witnessed the entire timeline of who I became. It wasn't through stories I retold or versions I polished later. It was through the raw, unfiltered moments most people never saw. Through the slammed doors, the whispered secrets, the mornings where we'd argue about who was wearing the other one's clothing. And if I'm honest, when I think about what having a sister truly means, I think about the way you always seemed to know what I was feeling before I had the language for it. How you could walk into my room, glance at the way I was curled into myself, and understand the entire plot without a single word spoken. It was never intuition, it was history. A shared childhood stitched together in ways only we could translate. There was a time where we thought growing up meant drifting apart, but we ended up growing closer instead. Like two trees that started too close but somehow made room to rise. And even now in the quiet parts of adulthood, I still find pieces of you tucked into who I am. And I don't think I've ever said this out loud, but some of the healing I've done in my life happened because you were the one person who never asked me to be anything other than honest. You didn't need the polished version of me. You didn't want the brave face. You just sat with me in the moments where my world cracked open and didn't once make me feel dramatic for breaking. Having a sister is not a list of memories. It's a feeling, a familiarity I can step back into even after months of chaos. A voice that steadies me, a presence that reminds me where I came from and who I fought to become. And maybe that's why I hold you so close, because in a life where so much has changed, you remain the one person who has known every version of me and still somehow looks at me like I'm worth loving through all of them.